I told my dad if he contacts his son, I'll disown him. I'm 36F and my dad is 54 male. He and my mom had me at the age of 19. As far as everybody knows and is concerned, I'm his firstborn, but surprise, I'm not. About 10 years ago I took my annual trip home to see family and friends. One afternoon I step outside for a smoke and immediately noticed my dad followed. This struck me as weird because he's always complaining about the smell of cigarettes. I'm sitting there minding my own business when out of the blue he asks if I can keep a secret. My dad likes to psych you out, so I said sure, not thinking anything of it. He then goes into a long story about how I'm not his oldest kid and he's thinking about introducing his oldest son and asking him to join the family. Apparently when my dad was 13 he got a fake ID and frequented the local bar. This was the early 80s, approximately 1982-83, so the legal drinking age was 18. As the story goes, he met and slept with a 23-year-old, married, school teacher, resulting in her getting pregnant. When she told him, the first thing he did was tell my grandpa, who told her she had two options. A. She keeps the baby, lies to her husband, tell him it's his and leave my dad alone. 2. She can try to take them to court for child support, but in doing so they will pursue an underage charge. This would result in her losing her husband, teaching license and jail time. Needless to say, she chose option 1. At the end of it all, the only people who knew my dad was the father was my dad, grandpa and the mom. Fast forward to the time of the revelation. He concludes the story with, I'm thinking about reaching out to him and bringing him into the family. Y'all, I needed a forklift to get my jaw off the floor. All I could say was, why are you telling me this? Well, about 3 weeks earlier, the lady tracked him down and revealed she was dying of cancer. Her son knows that her husband wasn't his bio dad and her dying wish was for him to meet my dad. She hoped that after all this time, we'd welcome in his family, since once she's gone, he'll have no family left. He sent her away saying he had to think about it. On the day he told me he saw her obituary and was considering it. I told him that if he brings that person into our lives I'd leave his. That I spent my whole life hearing how I ruined his life. I told him that if he wants that bastard child in his life then I would fly back home and never return. Never talk to him, see him again, and it would destroy the family. So far he's kept his promise. I have no remorse or regrets, but I often wonder if I was in the wrong.